Hello everyone. Um, this is not an easy video for me, but I posted something yesterday, and I have a lot of my friends, colleagues, and students who reach out and ask, but about why I have no job. I'm not officially unemployed. I'm on a leave of absence. So basically, I'm not working for now. But I guess I'll just be honest and share what I have done, my decisions, and hopefully you can you can learn something from my story or from what I've been going through. Ayan. So, most of you, mga estudyante ko lang naman usually na nanood ng YouTube video ko. I know most of you are my students and my former students, and I just want to share lessons. Still teacher pa rin. The reasons why I'm quitting teaching for now. Hopefully I can recover, and I think I will still be teaching in some point, but minimal, I would say minimal kasi may boses, yung voice ko hindi na kaya yung pangmatagalan na nagsasalita. So, syempre hindi naman to goodbye, but siguro pahinga. Recover from burnout, from voice, hopefully bumalik. Ayun. So, the rest, so pahinga. So, meron akong dysphonia. It was officially like diagnosed in Germany actually. But yung nagsimula na siya after 5 years of teaching na parang mabilis ako mapagod sa boses, mabilis yung lalamunan ko, ganun. And 2013, parang every SEM, parati ako nagko-consult ng doctor kasi nga namamaga, dinudugo, as in ganun siya kalala. Namamaga, tas may blood na minsan yung ano ko. So, 2013 pa lang, parang nasabi na sa akin ng doktor na I think parang hindi para sa akin yung teaching daw. So, I have to rest my voice. I have to parang hindi ko matanggap dati. I have to consider other profession kasi nga my profession as a teacher is destroying my voice. And di ba parang how can you be a teacher if you cannot you cannot give a lecture. Ayan. So, for me, parang naging blessing yung Germany kasi nakapagpahinga ako doon. So, 5 years ako sa Germany. Pero I think 2019 yata yun. Christmas season, man. Nandyan pa rin siya kasi peklat siya eh. Kaya hindi talaga fully gumaling. Kumbaga, nandyan na yung, mabilis talaga akong malatin. So, hoarse voice. So, nandyan na siya every year. Parang palala siya ng palala. Especially nung bumalik ako dito sa Philippines, back to teaching. Nandun pa rin yung passion ko. Teaching is my first love. Diba, parang pero every year parang pahirap ng pahirap. Parang mas mabilis akong napapagod dahil nga sa boses, minamalat, yun. And aside from that, I usually have 5 to 7 preps. And just to give you an idea, pag sinabing preparations, that's different courses, 5 to 7 different courses every semester. So, kaya minsan parang hindi naintindihan ng iba, no? Bakit ang buhay ng teacher, I can confidently say na kaya single ang maraming teacher ang single. Pipiliin na maging mag-isa lang kasi all my life, trabaho. Saturday, Sunday. Parang ang lungkot, no? Pero actually, parang masaya naman ako. Loner, no? Parang loner, no? Pero masaya naman actually kahit mag-isa lang or kahit Saturday or Sunday nag-aaral lang, prepare ng lessons. So, yan. It's not something na parang I felt lacking. Hindi naman. I'm actually happy and I feel fulfilled kahit mag-isa ka lang. Pero yun nga, importante sa akin nung hawak ko yung time ko na walang distraction. Kasi if you have 7 preps, there's no life. You really need to work to prepare the lessons. Mas malala pag prelim o final exam kasi I have to prepare, kunyari, sabi natin kung 7 preps, 7 major exams, no? Minsan may mga departmental, nakakahinga ako ng konti. Plano ko iba yung gagawa ng departmental exam, pero chine-check pa namin. Pero you can assume na pag 7 different preps, gagawa ka ng 5 to 7 major exams, struggle yan every day. May deadline ako every day. So, and at least 2 hours ang paggawa niyan. Hindi maiwasan, magre-recycle ka talaga ng items or i-modify mo konti yung exam kasi wala ka ng oras. Matutulog ka na lang. Tsaka alas 11 na, alas 12 pa, alas 7 yung klase mo. So parang, di ba, parang so wala ka ng choice but to make it shortcut mo yun. Pero syempre iba pa rin. Ideally dapat iba yung exams every semester, pero imagine mo lang wala nang tulugan pag ganun. Syempre tao lang din naman ang prof. Kaya ang hirap maging idealist. So aside from teaching, mayroon din nag-a-advise din kami, thesis advisor. And every semester I have 4 to 8. Last academic year nagturo ako sa SC, last sem, 8 thesis advisees. So 8 different topics yun. And as a advisor, ikaw kahit pa paano i-guide mo, gagawan mo ng paraan para makapag data gathering, matapos nila yung thesis nila. It's my responsibility. So ayokong hindi makakagraduate dahil sa thesis. So, dapat ka-graduate dahil, di ba? Hindi ko matanggap na hindi makakatapos under me. So it's really I felt responsible for them, to guide them, makagraduate sila. So yung burnout, hindi yan one time big decision, parang slowly yan eh. Pero mararamdaman mo na yan eh. Nasa mainit na ulo mo. Parang ganun. Parang nagki-creep siya sa katawan mo, sa sistema mo. Kaya importante din talaga yung rest. For me, parang kaya kong i-handle yung burnout. Kasi parang sanay naman akong puro trabaho na lang. Pero yung boses talaga eh, parang it's a disappointment. Kahit ako mismo na-disappoint sa performance ko sa class if I cannot give what is due to my student. Last sem na nagturo ako, after 20-30 minutes, class, masakit na, sabi ko. Masakit na. Break muna tayo. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Tas back to teaching. Masakit pa rin. So, nagpa-sit work ako minsan. Di ba parang, for me, it's a disappointing performance for me na you You cannot speak. You don't have a voice as a teacher. To my students, I hope you know na maybe you've noticed it. I really love teaching. Siguro napapansin nyo yan, very jolly ako. Dati parang kahit may sakit ako, parang yung katawan ko, pag nasa harap ng students, parang nawawala lahat ng sakit. Parang nabubuhayan ako. Ngayon, ganun pa rin. Pero ramdam ko yung pain. Mas ramdam ko na yung pain sa voice. So, I really love teaching. Siyempre, minsan nahirapan kayo sa strategy ko. Na pinapahirapan ko kayo. Pero part kasi yun, process ng learning eh. Hindi man pwedeng just to please my student, padadaliin ko yung learning or yung exams, di ba? That's my first love, teaching talaga. Because I know that my influence, mayroon akong sa tao, may hopefully mabuting na ituro, mabuting influence, yung change their lives or touch their lives. Hopefully, I can touch your lives in a good way. And hindi ko makakalimutan, syempre, pinaka-happiest part ng teaching is during the demo, when yung reactions nyo, amaze sila sa demo. And that's my happiness when I was able to make them love learning or parang naging magical yung learning experience nila. And minsan mga kwentuhan, kasi you know naman I'm easily approachable. Hindi naman ako yung tipong na hindi nyo maging kaibigan. I can be friendly naman. May mga kwentuhan tayo minsan. I'm also happy with those moments. Kumbaga, as a teacher, hindi lang naman parang nagtuturo kami, but you're also teaching us. You're also, in a way, shaping us as a person and as a prof, as a teacher. May influence din kayo sa akin. And minsan, I don't know, siguro ina-assume nyo na hindi namin naintindihan. But for me, I can sense, I can feel that you are struggling in my subject, in my course, or in your other courses. Minsan parang, alam ko pagpagod na yung mga bata, mga estudyante, no? Pagpuyat sila. Pumipikit-pikit na yung mata. Tapos minsan, pag tinanong ko, ay mga quizzes, maraming quizzes in one day. So I can understand that. And hindi ko naman kayo sinisita kung natutulog. Dinadaan ko sa joke, oops, may nagbe-beautiful eyes na, ganyan. At hindi ko kayo ipapahiya talaga na paggagalitan. I will not, so I understand na napapagod. And okay lang naman yun. Naintindihan ko naman yun. Lahat naman tayo napapagod at minsan kailangan din magpahinga. So, ayun. To my fellow teachers naman and to other teachers who are watching this video, hindi tayo robot. Napapagod din tayo. Kailangan din magpahinga. Pwede rin magsabi na too much na, hindi na kaya. Minsan kasi, parang nasa sistema na eh. Minsan, hindi rin natin masisisi yung mga boss natin o yung mga leaders natin sa institution or organization kasi they are bounded to do those work as well. In my case, I felt lucky and I felt that my bosses, yung mga leaders ba ng institution, they're very nice and considerate, I would say. But minsan, kahit sila kasi parang maintindihan mo, wala rin silang, they are also limited in what they can do to alleviate your situation. In my case, 7 preps. Kasi nasa policies lang din naman yun. So minsan parang yung system mismo ang hindi nagki-care for us, for teachers. But siguro we can care for ourselves na lang. With colleagues, with friends. Parang ang teaching naman, parang hindi siya talaga trabaho eh. Parang kailangan mahalin mo siya eh. Pag hindi mo mahal ang teaching, parang hindi ka rin tatagal eh. Kung sa tingin mo, pera lang. Sweldo lang. Kasi kakainin niya yung oras mo. Kaya, kung masaya ka, yun talaga, tatagal ka talaga. I've been teaching for 17 years. 17 years na ako sa university. So, love ko talaga yung teaching. Kung hindi lang talaga mag-give up yung boses ko, eto, hanggang retirement. Ayan. Pag lumulunok na ako, pagod na. Ang first sign, usually, pag may plema, ayun na. Totoo to na-irritate na siya. So, ilang minutes pa lang, 15 minutes na talking. And this is just for you. Pero pag sa klase, performance, minsan kakanta pa ako. For if the topic is sound waves. Ayan. So, I wouldn't say I'm quitting na for good. For good. Napanood ko yung movie na For Good. But for now, mawawala ako sa university muna. But I will continue learning. Every day, ito kahit nakalib ako, araw-araw ako nag-aaral. Babasa ng books, documents, exploring clinical aspects of physics, medical physics. And hopefully, I can still do research. Ngayon, nagre-research pa rin kasi yung mga estudyante ko, dati kong students, ginaguide ko pa rin siya. So, isa sinasamahan ko pag nag-data gathering sa hospital, nakikisuyo lang din kami. Pero hopefully, if I can find a position in the hospital, I can help them talaga with the machines in that hospital where I can work, you know. And again, this is not the end. I don't know, maybe I will share in the future lessons in the field, real life, not teaching, but maybe medical physics content, real life science and saving lives with medical physics, no. And I guess I will have no classroom for now, for the next semester, but maybe this YouTube channel will be my classroom for a few minutes, not too long. And I just want to thank you guys, to my students especially, to my colleagues. Of course, this is not the end, but maybe some soul searching, recalibration, and rest talaga. Ayun yung boses ko. Ang bilis mapagod. Pero, kakantahan ko kayo. Yung pala yung ending eh, no? Hindi, pero, try ko lang. Singing has been my, parang outlet for sadness. Pag malungkot ako, kanta. Pero, I haven't practiced this. I need to, para sa inyo to, kantahan ko kayo. And, makikita niyo yung boses ko. Malat. But, I will just try to sing. Ito yung isang reason ko bakit nalulungkot din ako. Yung hindi ka na makakanta. Kasi yun yung source of happiness mo eh, singing. It's like my lifesaver. Pag nalulungkot ako, lalo nasa Germany ako, it was my outlet just to karaoke. Pero hindi ka na makakanta, parang nawala yung mo eh. nawala yung personality. Bakit ako kumakanta? Kasi mula pagkabata, pinapakanta na ako sa family. You know? Yung mom ko, yung mga kapatid ko, pag may kantahan, ako yung nakasalang. And it gives me joy to an appreciation when they like my singing. And when my mom is happy, nakasmile siya habang kumakanta ako. So, it's part of who I am din. Sige. Ito na, LSS ako. Para sa inyo to. And this is also a very meaningful song. I'm quitting not for good, but for now. I heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we all are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets the boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you, I have been changed for good. Bye for now.